Hello! Today's July 2nd. I'm going to do a video update. It's a big day in the greenhouse today. Big day everywhere, actually. Italy just lost to Spain pretty hard in the Euro Cup. I didn't get to follow much of it, but they did put that game on today. It was pretty gnarly. Yeah, but July 2nd in the greenhouse is 7 weeks before the end of the season here. So this will be the last week that I plant lettuce, and all of the tomatoes I'll start pruning them back. I won't let any suckers grow, or all the growing tips have to get pruned off, so the tomatoes will ripen up in time for me to pick them and then shut down all the systems. So I figured this would be a good time to do a final walkthrough. Everything's getting pretty big. Should be fun. So let's see. Here's the nursery again. This is 2-week-old lettuce that's gonna go into the lettuce system tomorrow. Here's the nasturtiums. They keep getting bigger and bigger. Oh, this is the second batch of basil that I put in this tent to keep it warm at night. It's been doing really well. But the nasturtiums just keep getting bigger and bigger. They're pretty fun. I've been picking them as fast as I can and putting them in little vases for people on station. So we got red, and there's some yellows, and there's a nice orange one up here too. It's pretty neat. But the nasturtiums are big. Cilantro growing. These are radishes, and the peppers have gotten pretty big. And I harvested a couple of the Brussels sprout plants. They haven't really been putting on sprouts too much, but we use the leaves as kind of a cabbage, so that works out pretty well. And I just harvested a bunch of kale last week, so there's chard in the back and then some more chard here, and this is a new batch of kale. But the peppers are coming on. There's a red bell pepper under here, starting to ripen up. And the other bell pepper variety is yellow. You can kind of see it down in there. Looking pretty nice. Got some hot peppers down through there. I don't know if you can see them. There's a red one right there. Things are going pretty well. Let's see what else. Go into the other room here. Tomatoes are looking pretty good. More cucumbers up the walls. This is the second batch of cucumbers, and the first batch I planted 3 different varieties, and only one of them, Telegraph Improved, did very well. So this time I planted all Telegraph Improved, so we should be rolling in cucumbers this time. But they're getting pretty big. Tomatoes. Oh, this is my first batch of basil. It's getting pretty big. My battery's running out, so I have to go quick. More cucumbers. They're pretty big. I'll probably pick some of these. Probably pick this one today. It's nice size. This is another batch of tomatoes that the root system of the first batch of tomatoes got really big and started kind of strangling itself out, and I was worried that they were going to tank. So I made the decision to pull half of those out and plant a determinate type, and I'm hoping that they'll set a bunch of fruit, and then they'll all fruit at once towards the end of the season. So ideally, according to the seed packets and the days, the harvest date, seed to harvest dates that I found online, it should be ready for 2 weeks before the end of the season. But we'll see. That's my only big frustration right now. It's just the tomatoes, but they're doing fine. They're nice and big. Putting on some new flowers for the end of the season. Probably get one more good run out of them, or that's the plan. Here's a sunflower I planted. This is the Michael Christensen commemorative sunflower. I've been pollinating it, so hopefully it kind of starts from the outside and moves in. And I think each one of those little poppers there is a seed that's going to get ready to grow. So I've been pollinating it to to see if we can get some seeds. These are some beets here. I'm actually gonna pick them today because I planted, sorry, I got a little crazy. This tray is full of, I finally got melons to grow. I only had one type of melon, but I finally got them to germinate, and I think there's enough time left in the season to get one going. And this is one of the melon plants that I started more weeks ago, and this flower down here, these are male flowers, so they won't turn into fruit, but that one behind it, can you see it? It's got the fruit below the stem there. Might be out of focus, but so I'm gonna pull the beets and radishes today and then put these melons in. I want to do that for you guys later. Just a second. This is lettuce, so this is today's batch. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be a really good batch of lettuce. I think it's probably gonna hit 30 pounds or so. And this is next week's, and that's 3 weeks, and that's the week after that. So everything's doing pretty well. I'm really happy with lettuce. Let's pull, I want to pull one of these beets out. So let's see. Just got these growing in perlite, and there's a pretty big one right here. This is called a candy cane beet, and inside it's supposed to be striped like a candy cane. But I planted them pretty close together just to see what they would do. But a few of them got pretty big. Not as big as I think they could get, but not too bad for a first try, eh? Yeah. They're all coming out today anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but some nice greens. And I don't know. I've never planted beets before, so the first beet I've ever grown hydroponically. Well, this is the first beet I've ever grown ever, but a hydroponic beet, that's pretty cool, I guess. I won't cut into it to show you the stripes because the cooks will want to save them as long as they can, so. But yeah, that's pretty cool, eh? Take them down to the galley later. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just gardening. It's coming down pretty fast. 7 weeks left, so I'll start